Hey guys, welcome back to the roundtable. I'm Silver Bubs.
And I'm Alpha Shade.
This episode, as we were mentioning before, we're gonna try and touch on like branding and expanding. We're gonna try and say, guys, main things that you should focus on outside of your mainstream, your Twitch stream, your mix, whichever one you do. Some of the main things you'd want to focus on for sure. Branding. What we mean by that: make an image, find a logo like that you enjoy. Don't find a copywritten one, but find one that you've drawn. Make it your own. Have your name integrated into it. It's like I made mine. Shady's made his. Like we have our own stuff. It wasn't something we just downloaded and we're using. I mean, I think that's one of the biggest things you can do, because if you make it and you have it just a little image on the bottom of your screen, that can be your logo for all your other social stuff. Like, what do you think, Shade?
Yeah, definitely something that helps you stand out. A lot of people use their face as their little picture on Twitch, on Mixer. That's perfectly fine. But other things for images, Twitter, stuff like that. Definitely stick a logo if that's what you're gonna do. Come up with something unique that identifies you as you. Whether it's something that interests you, certain colors, something, just something in general. The
Yeah.
the social media side of it and branding side of it is something that's very interesting to me. Something that Bubs and I are actually doing now with YouTube and Twitter, and Facebook is another one. And we'll go into it a little bit more, but you have to do more to, like we had said, the branding and expanding aspect of it. You have to do more than just click and start and streaming to 3, 5, 10, 15 people. You have to do a little bit more than that. So it's a little bit more than sitting in front of a camera and playing a game or talking to people for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hours a day.
Yeah. Like, to what his point is the terms that we've been using, and other, not just us, like everyone uses, is organic growth. Like that is something that about 5 years ago was probably still a thing, because there was very few people trying to do streaming. And if they were, you could definitely tell the guys that were really trying, the guys that weren't. Hardware was harder to get, software was harder to get. There's just stuff wasn't as readily available as it is now. I mean, now for you to grow and expand, either you have to play one game and constantly push that game, promote that game, be the best at that game, and then that community will get to know you, and then that community will then be following you. But if you're a variety streamer like myself, I like to play a ton of different games. I'm not going to grow just by doing variety streams all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Play game A for 5 minutes, play game B for 5 minutes, play game C for 5 minutes. It's not going to work, because you're not having a community find you yet, because you keep jumping communities. Technically, it's not a bad thing to be a variety streamer, but it requires you to do this branding and expanding. Have an image, like Shade said, that people are familiar with. Like I've been experimenting with my logo and my face as my profile pictures, as we were saying. Now that a few people are starting to know who I am, they know the name.
Yeah.
So my image is at quick glance. Sometimes people are like, hey, I know that guy. Or the image, like Shady's using his logo right now, I think it is, and people recognize that. And it's something that, make sure you have something that is you, something that is familiar. As you can see on our streams here, we have our logos. People have recognized them. Don't change them all the time. You can do tweaks to them, but keep your main one. Find one that you like. Find one that's good. Careful on doing copyright and stuff. And I'm going to be saying this a lot, because don't get yourself into that little boat. Say that somewhere down the line it was something that in a year's time, 2 years' time, someone looked at it and was like, well, I made that and you've been using it for everything you've done. I'm going to try and take all of your income from it. So
I
don't know. It's something I like to, it's something I'm trying to just make sure people know. Don't just download an image and use it. Just don't. Draw your own in Paint. Get someone to help you with it. And guaranteed you have a friend that's good with Paint, Photoshop, anything to make it look a little better. Even just use a couple letters. You take your initials or something, take the next letter in there. So
come on, mine's an A.
Something that's...
Mine's an A. If you
there you go.
So, But I want to say something because you had mentioned it. You're a variety streamer, and so am I. For the expanding aspect and the branding aspect, YouTube, take your content from your live streaming platform and make it into YouTube content. Put it on YouTube. It'll help you in ways that you never thought would help you, because it allows for more visibility. It will literally take your content, obviously wait the 24 hours or whatever Twitch says or Mixer says for their terms of service. It will help you. You can take clips from your content from other platforms and put them on things such as Facebook. You could put them on things such as Twitter, on social media accounts, stuff like that, and caveat that with your logo. So now you are putting your face, your image on numerous different platforms at one time, whether it's over the span of 2 days, 3 days, whatever the case may be. You're hitting numerous different platforms outside of your live stream, which will help you in the long run. It may take a month, it may take 2 months, it could take 6 months, maybe a year. Who
Take
knows?
a year like me.
Yeah, it's been over a year for me. But you never know. Doing more than one thing will help you in a greater scheme of things, will help you in the long run. And that's what generally you see the top people doing. They are not sitting here only live streaming and that's it. They're doing more than one thing. Yes, they've hired people to do some of this stuff for them, but that being said, social media is the key. Being active on it. You don't need to spend 100% of your time on social media, but being active, responding to people, interacting with people is a good thing.
Yeah, like social media in general, it's by far going to be where you're going to get 80% or more of your viewers. And
Exactly.
I personally have reached out, and I've been doing a lot with Twitter more so. I've been doing starting to do a little bit more with YouTube, as we're doing with this. We're going to have see if this helps us as well. We're trying to help you, which is in turn going to help us, we hope. But YouTube is a very, very good source, whether you're doing YouTube gaming or not. You can do Twitch and then YouTube clips, and you can do the other thing too, like he already touched base on too, like the main things that I'm focusing on: Twitter, and YouTube itself. But then there is also your other ones: TikTok, Snapchats, Instagrams, stuff like that. You can make Facebook page. You can do any kind you want, but reach out, use them. And even the nice thing is, under your streaming section, you can put links to them. There's other sites out there. There's a few of them out there. I can't remember what, I think it's called like Streamer Links or Stream Links or something like that you can actually have as a click, and it has you can pull up like a list of all of your links that you want to have people interact with. Very, very neat stuff out there right now for trying to interact or integrate everything all into one, so that you can interact with your viewers in a little bit more of a personal way, instead of just like, hey guys, I'm playing a game, and no response, nothing to click on, no information. But if you have your logo and you have other social things going, I feel that you're going to have a little bit more luck with just everything that you're going to be doing with streaming in general. Because if you focus on your branding, you focus on your let's call it your social networking, your social presence, I feel that you'll see a big difference right away. Don't spend all of your 24 hours of your day worried about getting a follower. Just use it. Just use it. Retweet stuff. But not too much. Get out there and comment on things, but don't comment just like LOL. Like, get out there and like just say stuff. Say stuff that has someone asks a question, give a response. Someone has something funny, say, hey, that's something that happened to me in a previous game. Like, just converse with people. You'll see a big difference, trust me.
Yeah, and you'll notice on things such as Twitter, even your live streaming platforms, and even on YouTube, if you do decide to start making content on YouTube, you could wake up on a Monday morning and say you have 500 followers on Twitter. We'll just throw a generic number out there. If your Twitter is flooded with retweets of other people's stuff and you're not saying anything yourself,
Nothing personal.
Yeah, nothing personal, right?
If you're just saying retweets and stuff, and nothing that is you,
then eventually what's going to happen is people are going to be like, well, is this a real account? Is this guy really worth following, or girl worth following? Is it a bot? And that may affect you for your live streams. You may have built up a great following. You may have great streams, but you may notice a drop. So you have to continue doing it. Once you start doing it, continue doing what you're doing. So it does take a while. It's not something that's going to happen overnight. But once you start doing it, you may notice, okay, it may only take an hour. Or if you have 5 minutes when you're, starting your car and letting it warm up before you leave, just send out a quick tweet. Hey, Monday morning, how you doing? How was everyone's weekend? That's it. That's all it takes.
Hey, I don't know if you guys caught last night's stream, but here's a wicked clip of something funny that happened, or a crazy triple kill in Modern Warfare, or whatever. Just do stuff that's not just retweet like, because people unfollow that. They don't care because they can do their own searching.
Exactly.
Right? So,
and the YouTube stuff is pretty simple. So you can get some free video editing software, download your clips, download your VODs, slap some stuff together, you can put it up on YouTube, add some hashtags, and move on.
And I mean, we'll do a bit more digging into like, video editing software, stuff that we've been using, stuff that, other stuff that's free, 100% free to use, not like pirateware and stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff that's free out there. You can just click download and it's free to use, and it's powerful. Some of it's really good. So, I mean, for now, I think that's kind of our branding and expanding touch. We're going to do, if you guys want more, if you have more questions, hit us up. I mean, we have our links. We got us here. Just throw comments in, pop by our streams, just come in and ask us questions. We're fine with that. I don't know. Any last thoughts or shit?
No, I think obviously you have to do more than just live stream. You gotta put a little bit more effort. Definitely stay active on social media. Definitely continue with content creation on other platforms, and it'll help. It'll help whether it's 1 month, 6 months, a year, but it'll help.
Definitely. Well, once again, guys, thanks for stopping by. Another episode of the Roundtable complete. So far, the third one here. Depends if it's going to be a week or two out, depending on how things are going.
Yep.
I think we're gonna we may look at some hardware maybe next. Some pieces that we've used. Maybe touch base on just some like pieces that we've liked. Nothing that we're not going to go into like a review on this. Just try these out for once you're getting into it. Maybe we'll have a link or two for you, something like that. But maybe stay in touch here for some hardware next time, and after that we'll branch out and see what we can figure out. But until then. Take care, guys.
Bye-bye.